Do we start with our tactical rab? Let's start. I don't think everyone's here yet, but that's okay. We're just going to go ahead and get into it.
Massive games in the Americas last night. Sentinels locking up their
Holy
spot
fuck,
going to the
he's
playoffs
right
in
into
the
it.
Americas. Alright guys, welcome back to Valorant News. Massive games in the Americas last night. Sentinels locking up their spot going into the playoffs in the Americas, but big drama on the roster side in the Pacific region. PaperX and DRX both in some serious conversations last night, especially after a difficult time for PaperX and big games upcoming. Mindfreak might be out of the roster permanently.
What?
Is that the right decision to try and turn their season around? Very much intrigued to your thoughts in the comments. Hit the like button if you enjoy. Subscribe if you're new as always. I would greatly appreciate it. Plenty to start with here in China. First of all, we had Wolves take down AG. I think we saw that yesterday. BLG took down Trace Esports, or BLG lost to Trace Esports, sorry, which is actually a really big deal. Trace Esports getting the win on the board here again. That sets the scene pretty nicely.
Billy and Shambles.
Trace were very impressive at the start of the year. Of course, they made it to Bangkok. They beat Edward at a time. Then they fell off a little bit, but they won the Haven 13-4. They lost the Ascent 13-5, and then they won the Split 13-1. So a very confusing series, really, where every single map was absolutely dominant one way or the other. But that was enough for Trace to get a pretty crucial victory, because that put them at 3-2. And to be fair, it may not have mattered anyway, right? Because JDG were already at 1-4. But at least it gives them some good confidence, and it prevents Billy being the #1 seed to GI Gaming get that honor instead in Group Omega.
F7L for the 5.
In the other group, we have TEC currently at 1-0, and looks like it's going to be a 2-0 against Nova Esports. This is a pretty big turnaround from Titan Esports Club. They weren't starting the stage particularly well. Of course, that's RB's team that he's come over there with as well. So this would get them to 3-2. Nova will be fine to qualify regardless, but if they do close out this series, a 3-2 dub would be big. And then, of course, it puts DRG, FPX under some level of pressure. But I guess in that case, because FPX have already got the win. But I guess in that case, because DRG...
Who is all gamers? There's 0-5 in the league. Holy fuck! Why do they have so many players? This guy's name... Oh, this guy's name is Player. What the fuck? Oh, that's true. It used to be the default name on CS. That's true. Why do these guys have 15 players on their team? How is Tyloo 1-4? This guy's supposed to be good.
Have the head-to-head tiebreaker over FPX right now, then FPX effectively needs to beat Edward in order to qualify, which yeah, would be quite the storyline too. And then of course that would knock Dragon Ranger Gaming down. So yeah, big series in the Chinese region. It's pretty interesting how Group A has really come down to the wire here. But this was that series that we talked about yesterday, DRX versus Boom Esports, and I mean, like, 3 big booms in the chat, because Boom Esports got the job done again. These guys have been on fire lately, and it's actually such a cool story. I mean, we talk about it almost every week, I feel like, at this point, how Boom are making some progress. But they took down DRX. Of course, the notable thing for DRX here is the roster.
The Mab, where you been, brother? The last time good evening, gang. Bro, Rosen like the president. Let's see the last time he typed in here. You haven't been here in 3 days, dude. Did you go on vacation? And if you did, I'm happy for you. I mean, I don't mean to get parasocial about it, but typed today on 4/13, and then prior to that, it was 4/10. So where were you for those 3 days? We'd like an answer. Were you watching other streamers, you dirty dog? You're on his dick, parasocial? Absolutely. Where were you, bro? You were gone for 3 days. You're a regular. Why are you exposing this random guy? Not a random guy, bro. He's a fucking professional troll. He left. Mab? Mab? I missed his message. Don't ask questions you don't want the answer to. I'm too old to be trolling. Brother. They got a player that rhymes with cock on piece of paper. They are shit. Take your socks off and show feet, please. Ask Leo if he's drunk when he makes those shit decisions. Does anyone know how to disable HPM on Mac? I'm gonna keep it a buck. Every idea by all 3 of you suck ass. Yo, don't be looking at my bad.
That they were running with for this particular series, right? I mean, they had Freeing in the team. They had Bayon still there, of course. I mean, it was a crazy overtime. They won at the Haven in the end. We saw a little bit of that map unfold. And then the Ascent was 13-8, though, back the other way. And again, a fascinating game, because we know how defensive heavy that Ascent tends to be. DRX come out on the attacking side and win 6 rounds.
The reason I'm parasocial with you guys, because it'll stop you from being parasocial with me. So if I'm parasocial first, then you're less likely to be parasocial. It's like reverse Uno. You know what I'm saying or not?
Or they win 7 rounds, sorry, they won 7-5 on their attacking side. They would surely have felt incredibly confident they could close it out on the defense.
They're looking small, get in the gym. Today was leg day. My legs are looking fucking massive right now. You just can't see them.
But they didn't. They got slammed, and Boom Esports got the job done. So, pretty amazing series. But obviously, the notable thing here was that they were not playing with Flashback, right? Flashback was out of the team for this series, DRX, and, you know, certainly a decision of all time. And it's fascinating to think where this goes next, because there have been plenty of teams, I mean, for years now, but certainly in the Pacific, playing around with these 6-man rosters. And it seems like it may, you know, be a similar story for DRX, and whether it's going to work out for them exactly.
EG got 2-0 in the last 2 straight weeks. What's EG's record?
What's going on there is pretty interesting. There have been some theories about it. Obviously, Boom are saying, wow, maybe we're going to make it to Toronto, right? Because they're killing it right now. I mean, we could just have a look at the groups.
We're doing a watch party today. We'll be joined by some guests, so I need you guys in your best behavior. If they say anything that's potentially funny, you CAC W, even if it's not funny. And if they say anything silly, you still CAC W.
Quick. Boom Esports, look at that. 4-0, topping the group in Group Alpha right now. Amazing scenes, and we'll see the other games unfolding here in a second. But on the DRX camp, it was interesting. So there was talk about this, that a couple of days ago, Flashback came to the team and asked for a personal leave of absence. Without any practice, we had to make the sudden change. As a head coach, when you suddenly get a request like that out of the blue, it's extremely difficult for our coaching staff and the players as well. There was some sensitive information that we can't exactly detail out today. So, yeah,
Flashback.
Very interesting, right? Wishing the best for Flashback, whatever's going on
for
there.
personal leave.
But it does seem like that this was not a change that
anyone know what's going on with
wanted to
Flashback?
necessarily make, that Flashback is out. But, you know, for personal reasons, that's how it's going to be. And it's probably going to affect their ceiling right now.
Okay, guys, this behavior is not cool. Don't over fake react hype. Like, we get it. You're not that interested in this news. We understand, brother. But don't fucking make it so obvious like that.
Certainly means that they will need to find a way to resolve a couple of these.
I need you guys to find the good medium of not overreacting and not underreacting. And if you don't know what to do, CAC W is always a safe answer.
Issues that they had in that series against Boom yesterday, but not to take anything away from Boom Esports and their performance. The other big roster drama is on the other RX team, and that, of course,
doesn't matter if I'm paying very close attention to the video. It matters that I'm hearing what he's saying, and maybe at some point what he's saying will be of substance. Like, okay?
RX, Paper X, because
SEN Classic Ace. All right, bro, we'll give you a chance. Let's see it.
I'll be right back. 1 sec.
All right.
Okay. Nice.
One enemy remaining.
Bro, who are you playing? Fucking Elon Musk AI? What is it? 5 chat GPT members on that team? Brother!
Let's go.
That was a fire ass ace, though. Good shit, bro. The fuck is this? Why are you guys putting screenshots of these, bro? Like an antenna.
If you're holding D, you tap A and vice versa. Donk doesn't do it differently. He just slides with his peak. Bro, Donk, when you think about it, upgraded Tarik. Seriously.
What do you mean upgraded Tarik, brother? That's like... Brother, first of all, they call it the donk slide, but real ones know I invented that shit. Second of all, he's not an upgraded Tarik. I just retired. I could easily do what he's doing now in CS2. I just don't play that fucking game because it sucks dick.
People are going to say that's weird, but if you watch how Tarik played back
It's not weird, bro. Cooper, you're absolutely right. Just need better wording.
in the day, he did the donk peak before fucking donk did donk peak, dude. It was called the Tarik peak back in the day.
I don't think we ever call it the Tarik Peek, though. I think it was just... I don't know what it was called, but... It's time to play Minecraft again, Tarik. I made this for you.
Baby girl. Baby girl. Baby girl. Baby girl. Let me see you do your dance. Let me see you twirl. Shake and dance in the club with your homegirls. Take a pic for the rap, show the whole world. Yeah. Yo, is that your bestie? On my highs won't be all
No!
like bless me.
That's too far, brother. That is too far. What the fuck? Come to my fucking funeral. What the fuck? Are you kidding me? Nobody gets me for real. What the fuck? Are you fucking kidding me? Wow. Wait, they have Jet. Yo, Jet. Ye's on Jet. Chat, Ye's on Jet. Chat, Ye's on Jet. 100 Thieves Cryo versus SEN Tarik circa X at Cryo. Tarik or Cryo predicts Tarik Peek and gets rolled.
All right. So Tarik opt showers. That means he's gonna go long B this round.
What the
and I'm gonna
fuck?
Kill him. Or the other way around. Or the other way around. Listen, I had the read. I just not with the weaponry. Not the weaponry.
What the fuck is this clip?
Left side. That's clear. He's top side. Top side.
I have to pee really bad.
Yeah,
I have to pee really bad. I'll be back.
Let's go.
Who knows?
I'm gonna pee really quick. I'll be back.
Timing.
One sec.
Map, but this series
Welcome
could
back,
still go
welcome back.
anywhere from this point. It's hard to believe that we're going to see exactly
The
the
timer
same
check, by the
thing.
way. I have no idea. But I just agreed with him.
Tripled up towards Kesnet.
Thanks,
Pure
Sydney, right back.
disrespect.
27?